and we're in Moona at mine and Julia's house. We just moved in 6 months ago. Julia did all the gardening, well, most of it, and I was a bit psyched doing other things. The garden's pretty important because we both paint from the garden. Julia decided to go with, I guess it was similar work to what she had in the New Norfolk show. It was pots, and abstract paintings were based on flowers, but she's doing this pretty cool thing where it starts with drawings that she's done of flowers, but sort of turns it into these crazy flat black and white stripe, way more abstract, like wobbly Bridget Riley sort of cut and paste sort of thing going on. So for the social show, I've had in mind making daily life paintings. And for a while I've been sitting around thinking about it. I go, oh yeah, I want to have a painting. It's going to have a person walking around and like maybe it's whatever in the background and so two people and maybe they'll be shaking hands, I don't know. So I've just had ideas for paintings and haven't actually done it. And this show was a perfect place to do that. And we moved in here and lo and behold, sort of all these ideas started coming out of the actual place being here. The people in the paintings are, some of them are imagined, but some of them are based on people that here, like visitors. I didn't want them to necessarily look like the visitors, but they ended up doing that, so that was nice. There's one where it's called Paint is the Crystal Ball, and it's just a view out our window. And I just sat in the lounge room and mixed colours based on what's there at the window. But then I just went into the studio and painted the scene from memory, but using the actual real colours. I'm teaching at a place and they do ceramics classes, and my Betty Nolan, who runs the school, was telling me I'll do some pottery classes, and I was like, oh, like teach some for the kids, and I was like, I don't know anything about it. And she goes, oh well, just come along, you can do a class. And so Julia and I both went and we did it for a few semesters, and it was awesome. And Julia's really embraced it, and she just right from the start she was just making these big fabulous pots with like amazing decorations on them. There's that whole sort of movement outside, it's not a movement, but you know, artists are thinking about exhibiting outside the white walls, and it's like, oh, the white walls is just like a very plain, empty, and possibly like a more of a commercial space, I guess. And I don't know whether or not those things are true. That's kind of like the stereotype. And I feel that as well. I've had shows outside of the white walls, and it's been so exciting, and everyone gets excited, and you're in like a crazy new environment, and the work bounces off new things, and it is awesome. But at the same time, then you go into a white room, and the work looks amazing purely because there's nothing else around it. Maybe that's when it can be at its best. There's no distractions, and so that feels like an amazing luxury. Maybe it's like it feels like you're going to an expensive restaurant or something. Our studio is pretty messy. Everything's messy. You get it up on the walls, and it just like it's elevated in a way. That being said, like the best place to look at art sometimes is just at home, when you like have a piece, like a friend's piece or whatever, and it's like you just have a different type of luxury. The luxury to just sit around on a couch and just stare at them every day, or even like a minute every day. It's pretty. That's probably the most special.